Whoa, stop that swiping right there. I know I have something to help you with a better life. This is Life Lesson with a Baltimore Boomer. Ease that swiping. It's for and about you from me. Okay, let's get back to square one. Toolbox. I give you the tools every day. They're for you. Build your life. Today's going to be a PSA. That's right, a public service announcement. But before I begin, pardon me. I'm not an expert at anything, but I do read and I have seen some things. Let's get back to it. PSA. The first part is generally going to be for women, and the second part is generally going to be for men, but it encompasses everyone. I just want to make you aware of it. The first part I'm going to talk about, I've seen it for over 50 years. I've heard it for 50 years. YOLO, baby. I love my son. I love my tan lines. My tan lines. I look good. I look healthy. I look great. Hey, man, don't talk to me. Another old person tell me about the sun and damage. I'll probably do a bit of that, but I will tell you this. Learn one thing. The sun is not your friend. Once you get that, everything will follow. Oh, and before I begin even further, for either one of these, I doubt they'll come into your consciousness once you do the first step. Okay, ladies, I know how this is going to work. I've seen it for every 50 years. Somebody tells you the damage is sun. They show you operations on people's faces, necks, ears, head, and back. I'm not doing that. It's not your friend. You cannot listen to me at all. But I would say this. If I were, in an example, a surgeon that did, 10,000 surgeries, it was my expertise. And I told you, you may or may not have surgery, and you look at me and go, you don't know what you're talking about. That's basically what I'm doing. I'm not going to, the fear base doesn't work. I know it. The chances of this working are slim, but I'm not quitting. I've been saying it my whole life because I've seen what the sun does. YOLO, man. Woo. Yeah, but I've seen YOLO 20, 30 years later. A lot of ladies especially will say, I heard it, I ignored it, or I didn't know it, and I would have ignored it anyway. Just giving you a chance. I'm not telling you, if you're a sun goddess, so to speak, or God, just cut back. And I'm going to end this sun festival with this. The chances of you ignoring me are incredible, but I will tell you this. I do this for you. Please wear the proper protection on your head, your neck, and your ears, top of your feet, the places you forget all the time. Cover your whole body, and remember, by theory, that sunscreen doesn't last forever. Every 3-4 hours, I'm no expert, you have to reapply it. And if you go in the water, you have to reapply it. Don't come out of the water and be, pardon me. Okay, I may have done this once or twice, so I know from experience. You come out of the water, you're wet, you kind of like dry off, you want the sun to dry you, so you don't reapply the sunscreen, you end up burnt or damaging for the future. That's all I'm asking. Apply, reapply, sun, hat, and if you're around any children, protect them from the sun. Okay, part 2 of this PSA public service announcement basically is for everyone, but the men, you better listen. Here's how it works. And yes, I've seen it over 50 years also. You were a star or a wannabe star in high school. You went to college, maybe even got a scholarship for something. Now you're in your 30s, let's say 35 on. Could be 40, depends. You're still in great shape. You run every day. But something nobody ever tells you, and yes, I speak of these things often, because when you see what happens, you don't want another human to go through it. to go into that, I was speaking to my brother a few months ago, and I said something about the Achilles tendon. And remember, I'm not an expert at anything. And he told me how he stretches his. And I looked at him and said, "Oh, he's brilliant." I looked at him and said, "I do it in the shower." I said, I stretch my Achilles tendon." "Hey, Boomer, what's with the Achilles tendon? You're going to fight Hercules?" No. It has nothing to do with that. But what happens when you get like on the other side of 35 or 40, depending, I don't know what shape you're in. So I'm speaking generally. What's going to happen is you may taper off. You may work out 2-3 times a week. As sure as I'm sitting here, what's going to happen, and I don't want it to happen to you. That's why I'm telling you. It could be a picnic, could be anywhere at any time. Someone's going to come up with this. "Hey, I need another person to finish this team for basketball." "Yeah, I'm in." Or I need another person for my baseball, softball to get a team together. "Yeah, I'm in." I don't want to tell you how many times I've seen this happen. No stretching, do a little dancing, little stretching. You're ready to go out there. But what happens with the Achilles tendon is, if you don't use it like you did when you were younger, it actually gets kind of brittle. That's right. If you don't stretch it, it gets brittle. And I'm not telling you, you got to go to somebody that knows. I'm just telling you what I know. You're on first base. The ball's bunted. You take off. The chances of you snapping that Achilles tendon, if you weren't stretching it, you were an athlete younger, is tremendous. If you go to the basketball, he says cut across there, and you push off on that leg and it snaps. That's how it happens. You think that this is the same way it was then. It's not. You have to think, stretch. I would listen. I stretch my, call me a stretchaholic if you will, but I do it, and I recommend you do it. That's 2 PSAs. If I can help you prevent an operation and a recovery time, if I can prevent someone in the sun too long getting damaged in the future, I'm doing it. That's why I stand on this. Look, I love you. Take care of yourself.